it just naturally happens through what we talked about and how to get produced and how to get signed and all that. We've kind of covered a lot of the relationship stuff, but let's dive into that for a second. You really have connected with everybody. Let's say, to put it in a term. What's your hot takes? How would people go about it?
Well, the most valuable thing I think I did was starting my own parties, because it gave me my currency as a DJ with large groups of people that would follow me to where I played and invest in what I was doing and support me. But it also allowed me to book my heroes and become friends with them. I'd pick them up from the airport, take them for dinner, impress them with my DJing before they went on, and give them my music. And it built me. I booked all my favorite people, and they all, we were all friends, because of that. I'm friends with so many different people now. And obviously, as I became a headliner in my own right, I just became friends with everyone on all the lineups I was playing, because I made the effort to go and watch their set, hang out with them before and after, and just be sound. And but starting my own parties was the biggest part of my career. That's really, it's given me that network and friends and followers and fans, and it's just been amazing. And it's the reason I still throw parties, because it continues to, it gets me to know people that if they're not in my circle and I really respect them, then I book them for my party and get to know them there, and on an artist to artist level, and again, make new followers and fans wherever I go with promoters and people who come to the party. It's a great thing to do. And look, don't worry about if you're from a small town. I was from Huddersfield and there was nothing going on there. There was no music. And we made a 4,000 capacity warehouse party that Fatboy Slim came and paid, and Radio 1 came to see what all the hype was about. And that's in Huddersfield. And there's nothing going on there again now, because when our party finished, nobody else carried on. So, I could go back there and do it again. I could do it in any town. I could go to the worst town in the world and start a party. And it might only be 100 people, but it'll be a scene. And I do it wherever I go now.
You can create your own scene.
Yeah.
I just ring that beforehand, because that is the one thing earlier on when we discussed how did you get your essential mix, and it was that you booked Pete Tong, you came down, you had that relationship, and the essential mix came from that. So that is truly that in action.
I booked loads of Radio 1 DJs. We booked Kissy Sellout and Annie Mac and like Toddler T, and we booked so many Radio 1 DJs. Not because they were Radio 1 DJs, but just because I just loved them and respected them. And yeah, before we were being talked about around the country, because our party was amazing. It wasn't just like a party. It was like there was a lot of love and heart and soul that went into it. It was very fun and colourful, and we threw everything into it, and it wasn't just like a dark room. It was just people coming to this warehouse in Huddersfield, and it was crazy. And they would go away and talk about, you've got to play at this party. All the agents and managers were trying to get their artists to play for us. So that hype in turn got back to everybody. We got talked about, and the hype was there. So we got people wanted to come and hear about this party and the people involved in running it. So yeah.
So book part, like it nearly sounds like cheating, doesn't it? If you ask somebody how could you have dinner with Annie Mac or Carl Cox or Fatboy Slim or any of your heroes? Like if you wanted to just go and have dinner and have a couple of drinks with them, how would you manage it? Most people would be like, I'm not sure. It's really that easy, isn't it? Book them.
Well, it's not always that easy, because
that's simplifying it. But I mean, if you want to hang out with these people,
not all artists want to go for dinner. Like some people come in 5 minutes before the set and they have a team of people around them, and you don't really get to meet them, and it may take 2 or 3 times and to get to know them a bit better. Sometimes it takes years. Some people will turn up and like be there. I do it less now because I've got more balance in my life, and I've got such a busy schedule that I can't always do that. But as much as possible, I try to get to the party at least an hour before my set, try and do the dinner with the promoter, and try and hang out for a bit afterwards, and get to know people and stuff. I do try. In pre-baby times, I would just be there all the time. I go there for sound check before the club opens, and I'm very professional with my setup, so I get to know people there. And I just then if my set's 3 hours later, I might just stay, go for a bit of bite to eat in the club and get to know everyone. Some people do that, some people don't. Some people are very shy.
Yeah.
And but it is a great way to I mean, look, at very least, you'll meet them in the DJ box. And if you play a great set before them, they're going to stand there going like, this guy's good, you know, like I want to know more about this guy. And then they'll say, mate, really enjoyed that, you know, thanks. Where can I hear more? And do it that way. You know, you get a chance to impress people, whether it's your personality or your music.